Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with the third trailer reaction today. This one is called An American Pickle. Now, this one has an interesting story behind it with me. It had to have been at least 2 years ago. My brother works at a cemetery in Pittsburgh, and about 2 years ago, he said to me that they were filming a Seth Rogen movie at the cemetery, and it was something about him falling into a pickle vat, and the pickle brine preserved him. Like when you pickle something in a jar, it sort of pickled him and preserved him in the brine, and then he wakes up 100 years later. That's the only reason I know anything about this at all. I'd have to ask my brother, but I feel like that was at least 2 years ago, maybe more. So I don't know if the quarantine held all this up or they were supposed to do a theatrical release and then HBO bought it, because it says it's an HBO Max exclusive. So there had to have been something going on, sort of like what's going on with New Mutants, how it was finished before Game of Thrones even started season 8, and now season 8 is over for a year and we still don't have New Mutants. It's something like that, where someone bought it or they sold the company or something happened somewhere, because I don't understand how this was filmed so long ago and I'm just seeing it now. That's the only reason I realized it was this, because I'm like, Seth Rogen, and it has Pickle in the title, and I remembered my brother telling me about a Seth Rogen movie where he fell in a pickle vat. But we're just going to jump in. I'm curious to see. My brother's the one that linked this to me, and he said that around the 50-second mark is when you see his cemetery. So maybe you'll see it with me, or I'll see it and I'll tell you guys I see it. But apparently I could see where his home is, so to speak. But we're going to jump in. You guys want to see other things I do? Patreon link at the end. If not, we're jumping in. This is the first official trailer to An American Pickle.
Amo, als ik arbeid in school een werk.
It's subtitled.
Zoiets, als ik zo opzellen mijn eigen moet zijn.
In old country of Schlupska,
Schlupska?
I am ditch digger. As far as jobs in Schlups go, it's pretty good. We are the Greenbaums, and we have American dream. I find good job in Pickle factory.
So this is the guy?
Sarah, I make this vow. 100 years, our family will prosper.
Hey!
And then one
She looks
day,
familiar.
everything changed.
But why did no one take him out of it? That's what's weird.
It's been 100 years. The pickle brine preserved him perfectly.
People under the stairs.
The world has changed. Everyone I know is gone.
We were able to track down a great grandson.
Greenbaum. Greenbaum. This is nuts.
No one looked in the vat and wondered where he was?
They passed away. It was a car crash. He will tell me everything of their deaths, how their bodies died, their faces as the life left. We will bond over our pain.
Oh no, love, you're not alone.
I understand why you're a religious person, but I'm not. How do you grieve for dead parents? Doing okay.
Head all tangled up.
I have an idea. We start pickle business. That's a very stupid idea, Herschel. You have no wife, no children, no friends, no job. You need help. I'm fine.
You're not alone.
It's like a dark comedy.
We will become success. Wow. Ooh, very pungent.
Yeah, that's straight from the devil.
We will finally make their parents proud.
That's good.
Don't talk about my parents. You never met them.
You have captivated the hearts of the entire world.
I'm probably not best case scenario for what the family's become. In old country, we have saying. I'm sure this has aged well. If man does not throw punch, it is because this man secretly had polio arm. Do something, Ben.
Did not age well.
You know they cured polio, right? A guy named Jonas.
Oh my god, what the hell was that?
Yes.
He was being chased by a...
Is this your father? No, that's David Bowie. Is this your mother? No, that's also David Bowie. That whole poster is David Bowie.
Hey, people make that mistake. It definitely looks funny, but it's one of those like sad, depressing, dark kind of comedies. I wouldn't even say it's dark because it wasn't like anything evil going on. It just seemed like very like dreary and sad, and his parents are dead, and this guy's wife is dead because he got trapped in a vat of pickles for 100 years. My biggest thing is he clearly fell in the vat in front of many people. We saw it happen on the trailer. How does he stay in there for 100 years? Did they just assume he was dead and close up shop? Did no one hear him fall in? Maybe the factory is extremely noisy and no one heard. That's the only thing I can think of. That noise was a factor because there was clearly dudes standing feet away from where he fell in. They didn't look like they were paying attention, but still, it had to have made a large splash and no one looked for him. No one searched for him. I know it's a comedy, but it just seems a little too unbelievable on top of the fact that he's preserved for 100 years in pickle juice. Like, that's a stretch in itself, obviously, but I'm willing to accept that because that's the movie, but it's just... there, like, no one looked for him. It just seems stupid to me that not that it's not stupid that a guy would preserve himself in pickle juice, but you get what I'm saying. Like, that's the premise, is the guy preserved in pickle juice, but is everyone so dumb that they didn't look? But the movie itself had moments. It was funny. The black guy, when he was like, that is straight from the devil. That was pretty good. There was a couple jokes here and there, but it seemed like very dry humor. Not that I don't like that. I don't know. It just seemed a little odd. I honestly forgot to even look at 53 for the cemetery, but there was a funeral, so I'm guessing that's where the cemetery was. But I was sort of like trying to wrap my mind around the whole thing. It says it comes out in a month on HBO Max, and I have that, so I'll probably check it out and take a look. But I more so was interested because I wanted to see my brother's place, but I totally forgot to look, so I'm going to have to go back and look anyway. But it was there. He said you could definitely see it, and I did remember seeing a funeral, so I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. I'm definitely going to check it out. I watch all of Seth Rogen's movies, but I don't know. It's just a little odd. You guys let me know what you think. You want to see more of what I do? Patreon link in front of me. If not, comments down below. Like and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.